Please share this crime line bulletin on my right of Stephen Stearns. He was last seen driving a silver 2010 Lincoln MKZ. The Florida tag is IYLL82. On Monday, February 26th, between 1 and 2:30 p.m. in the area of State Road 192 and Old Hickory Tree Road, as well as Old Hickory Tree Road and Nolte Road. During this time frame, it is believed that Stearns had a flat tire and might have been seen changing the tire in this area. If anyone saw this vehicle or noticed anything suspicious, we're asking that they call Crime Line.
Yeah, that's the road where Madeline Soto's body was found. Let me bring in my guests. I have an unbelievable panel tonight. Joining me tonight in Portland, Oregon, a podcaster, Gray Hughes of Gray Hughes Investigates on YouTube. Make sure you're watching that. In Atlanta, Georgia, former special agent in charge, Georgia Bureau of Investigation, Trebor Randall. In Rutherford, New Jersey, criminal defense attorney. We used to prosecute together back in the day. Kenneth Ralph is with us. And in Los Angeles, California, forensic psychiatrist, trial expert, witness, and columnist, Dr. Carol Lieberman. Let me start with you, Trebor Randall. All these images now, I mean, it's not just a couple pictures. It's going back, apparently, to 2019. 2019. Hundreds and hundreds of images. What does this tell you about Stephan Stearns?
It tells us a lot, Vinnie, that we definitely have a predator on our hands. It's unfortunate that, this wasn't detected sooner so that this could have been prevented. But it is not uncommon when we go in and do these investigations, whether it's a possession case or manufacturing, or whether it's tied to an actual crime against a child, a crime of violence. Like in this scenario, sometimes we have thousands of images that have to be detailed. They have to be, marked for the court. Unfortunately, many times we have to go through each one of these pieces of media, whether it's a video or a still photo, to make sure that we have an identity to the child to attach to it. And it's very taxing work, very unfortunate, but very necessary.
Kenneth Ralph, I know you were a sex crimes prosecutor for many years in New Jersey. From your experience, someone that is keeping all of these images, is that something that the people you prosecuted, they would keep for their own personal use, or did they create these images to share, to sell? What's your experience tell you?
Well, Vinnie, that could be either possibility, could be true. You do have people who are doing these acts, perpetrating these acts, and keeping collections or souvenirs of these their events that they participated in. They may be sharing it with others, maybe a small network, or maybe perhaps they're disseminating it beyond a small network. You'll have a lot of forensic analysis to follow up on here, and they'll be able to trace whether these images were shared or not, I'm sure.
Gray Hughes doing unbelievable work on his podcast. I want to play a clip from your show, Gray. You were speaking with someone who knows Stephan Stearns. Let's take a listen.
There's just a lot of details about my interaction with Stephan, just as being, preteen and teens, that he was a very strange, weird kid. Just collecting semen in bottles. My dad runs out there from the front and goes to the barn and, sees this person, doesn't know who it is, sneaks up on him, and there was a light switch on both sides of the overhang where the cars are parked. My dad flicks it on and has his Glock 10mm pointed at the person, tells him to turn around and startles him. And it's Stephan. And he was over there with a camera, and it appeared to be he was trying to take pictures of whatever my mom was doing.
All right, great. Where did you track down this friend? And you spoke to others as well. And what did you uncover here?
Well, the original person called my show, a person named Chase. They called my show, and I turned that into a video by itself, just the call, because it was so interesting. On that call, I think the he mentioned different things about Stephan actually putting a camera in a room that filmed into the bathroom that recorded his roommate's girlfriend in the bathroom. And then he stored all the information out on a server in the home. So I put that video out there, and then a few friends commented underneath that video, and then I contacted them, and I did separate interviews with them. And man, it's just a lot of red flags throughout
How
his
far
life
back does this
that-
behavior, this alleged behavior, go back, according to these folks who came forward?
I think he was about 13 years old when he was collecting his semen in glass containers. I mean, just really crazy stuff. So, way back.
All right, Dr. Carol Lieberman, I wanted to give you some stuff to go through now. What does any of this tell you? If these allegations of the pictures, the allegations of what Gray's guests described, what picture are you getting in your mind? And ultimately, why is he taking these photos?
Well, what it says is that by the time he was a preteen, before that even, but things twisted him sexually. Things had happened in his childhood. Maybe he was abused. Maybe, people were taking pictures of him and selling them for pornography. But whatever, that there had to have been significant things that happened before this preteen age, before he was collecting his semen and taking, being a peeping Tom about, his friend's mother. This is just playing out. I mean, it's really sickeningly interesting that this is just a continuation of his acting out his twisted sexual beginnings.
And I just want to remind folks, he's presumed innocent at this point. These are just allegations. This is the way our system works. But this is the information that is coming out in the allegations that are coming from seemingly everywhere now. Now, Stephan Stern's Facebook page says that he worked at Disney World, and many people have been wondering if that could possibly be true, considering the crimes that he's accused of. But some online sleuths believe they've tracked down a video that appears to show Stephan Stern's working at the entrance of Journey into Imagination in Epcot, in a video posted on Travel in 360's YouTube page. We pulled a still from that image from the beginning of the video. Gray Hughes, again, pointed this out to me, where you can see a Disney employee who appears to look a lot like Stephan Stern's. Gray, looking at this, were you surprised, shocked? What else did you learn about this?
I wasn't really that shocked. I think he might be working for maybe a contract company. So then Disney can then claim that he didn't work for them, right? But maybe he worked for a contract company. But he does appear to work there, and every single one of the friends that I spoke to said he worked at Disney. So I think he has a connection to Disney. Now, whether or not they're the ones that hired him or the contracting company, I don't know. But I think that's absolutely him right there.
It looks like him. It looks like him, and it's scary. But that's where you're going to get a job, or you're going to try to coach, little girls soccer or something like that. That's why you got to do the background checks, folks. Have to do the background checks each and every time. All right, all our great guests are staying with